Hey guys, Cole with Good Moral Tactical. Today we're going to do kind of a interesting idea. This is a revisit video for our Springfield Echelon and for the Glock 17L videos that we did at the beginning of the channel. We actually took what we said were some of the issues with these firearms and adjusted them with some aftermarket parts that we'll get into a little bit later. And we're going to take them back out onto the range and just see how much of a difference it makes from those initial videos. Alright guys, so this is the end of our revisit for the Glock 17L and the Springfield Echelon. So again, we kind of told you in our reviews what we didn't necessarily like about them, with the Glock it being just the sight picture that we were having with it. It just felt like we weren't really getting the full visibility and being able to hit on target, so he added an optic. And with the Springfield, not enough weight in the front, and so what I did is I added a Springer Precision guide rod that added about 50 grams worth of weight to it, as well as a 16-pound spring to go with it from Springer Precision as well, to help with the recoil of the fly going back. Now, I'll say when I shot your Glock, having the SRO on it and the suppressor sights, it was like it was a completely different gun just by changing the optics. The pull of it, the recoil and everything still felt tremendous like the first video, but actually being able to be on target, right, I felt like I was hitting dead on wherever I aimed with that. It was much better this time than the first time that I shot it. So I don't know what you think about yours.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a game changer to add. You know, I'm not sure if it's just the optic or this particular optic, but I can say I can speak to the SRO. The SRO on this optic is amazing. The amount of muzzle rise is so little with this heavy, all this weight out front, that you never lose that red dot. So it's always there. So your follow-up shot is right there. So it sped my time up a lot, and just made for a better shooting experience.
Yeah, I mean, having a almost 6-inch barrel definitely will help you out compared to this 4.5. So I'll ask you, I know my opinion of it, with the upgrades of the guide rod and the spring, what did you think about shooting this again?
It definitely balanced the gun a much better balance. So what I noticed with that is it almost felt more like a metal frame. Like it really made it shoot just a different experience, a much better. It's amazing how much just a small change can make to a firearm, but that's a great example of it's so much more accurate.
Yeah, so again, all that I changed was 1 pound spring for when it goes back after recoil, and then the guide rod, I went from the plastic captured system that comes from the factory from Springfield to a steel guide rod in the front, and that steel guide rod only adds 50 more grams, and this thing was shooting flat. Like he said, you've seen the Canic videos that we had with a steel frame. It felt like that because of how much weight I had in the front now. I'm not having to constantly go back down manually for myself, and I really like it. And that upgrade for me was only $45. Putting on an optic, you can go anywhere with just doing iron sights, doing fiber optics, or springing for an SRO and being a few $100s.
Right.
So don't consider a firearm after the first time you shoot it a non-contender for you. Find out what you don't like about it, and it could be as easy as a $40 fix, and then your firearm shoots like brand new. So thought you guys would enjoy to kind of see a revisit of what we were doing the last time, and hope you'll tune in again.